really think you need to go now.
Okay.
6 signs a breakup might be good for you. Breakups are difficult times and painful feelings that come with saying them aloud. It's never simple to say goodbye to someone, especially if your heart is deeply involved. However, sometimes ending a relationship could mark the beginning of a fresh adventure, a gateway to personal growth and independence, or a step towards a happier version of yourself. You might be saying, "What? How might ending a relationship with someone you love profoundly bring you happy?" Yes, it can be really painful, but what if amid all that emotional upheaval, there is a bright side? Yet, psychologists and relationship experts have found that many people emerge from the shadows of a breakup stronger and more in tune with what they truly want from life. Surprising, right? With that in mind, let's talk about this sensitive topic today and examine 6 indications, supported by professional analysts, that getting over a breakup might be a good move for you, and how something so difficult might actually be the beginning of something amazing. Let's start with the first sign that might indicate a breakup could be good for you. Sign 1. Repeated arguments. Couples argue. It's a natural aspect of being human. This is quite normal. These conflicts could be over needs, values, or aspirations in life that you both hold important and are not willing to give in on. However, if you find yourself in a rut and find yourself fighting with your partner frequently over the same arguments, should be taken seriously since it indicates deeper, more basic issues between you and them. Though, as we said above, disagreements are normal. But if you find yourself reoccurring in those battles again and again with no resolution in sight, can be incredibly frustrating and emotionally draining. And this cycle of endless conflict over the same core issues, it's worth asking. Because when you find yourself revisiting the same arguments without any resolution, it actually hinders the growth of your relationship and even affects your overall well-being and happiness. Though it can be difficult to accept, there are situations when it may be healthier for you to live as individuals rather than as a couple, and this realization could open the door for both of you to find partners who align more closely with your fundamental beliefs and lifestyles. Sign 2. Divergent life goals. Having aligned goals, values, and similar destinations in mind is essential to have a successful, happy relationship, because when your visions of the future begin to clash, or when your core values no longer align, the strain on the relationship can become significant. You might find yourselves facing a tough choice. One partner may need to sideline their dreams, or both of you might end up making constant compromises. These compromises can feel like you're both just holding each other back instead of propelling forward together. In such cases, it's crucial to assess whether staying together is beneficial for your personal growth and happiness, or parting ways can be a positive step, freeing both of you towards better ambitions and needs that truly support and enrich your journey towards personal success. Sign 3. Unmet emotional needs. The happiness and fulfillment we derive from our relationships is based upon the basic emotional requirements of trust, quality time together, affection, respect, and certainty. But what if these demands are not satisfied? Let's say, for example, you always make time after work to connect with your partner, looking forward to sharing details of your day and hearing theirs, but they're constantly distracted or disinterested. Day after day, if this pattern continues, it will automatically leave feeling lonely, unimportant, or not valued. This ongoing neglect can lead to deep-seated feelings of bitterness and underappreciation. Over time, you might even start to question your own worth or grow resentful towards your partner for not meeting these needs. Ignoring these signs not only affects your emotional and mental health, but also erodes the foundation of your relationship. In such scenarios, considering a breakup could be a necessary step towards honoring your personal needs and seeking a partner who respects you enough and wholeheartedly meets your emotional needs. Sign 4. Increasing emotional distance. Emotional intimacy is the glue that holds relationships together and maintains a level of closeness that makes you feel both secure and valued. When you share details of your day eagerly with your partner, seeks their support or laughter, perhaps your best days together. Now imagine that instead you find yourself saving these stories for someone else, someone who seems to understand or appreciate your thoughts and feelings more than your partner does. This shift is actually a warning sign that definitely, not 'cause suddenly, but indicates that emotional distance is creeping into your relationship and making you close towards someone else. Researchers in relationship psychology have noted that this kind of emotional drift is often a precursor to relational dissolution, and says when you prefer the company of others because they fulfill the emotional needs your partner once did, it can be a clear sign that your relationship isn't providing the intimacy and connection it once did. Even Dr. John Gottman, a leading psychologist in the study of relationships, suggests that the distance and isolation a partner feels when they are emotionally disconnected is a major predictor of a relationship's end. Thus, considering a breakup in such cases might benefit more from moving forward separately, as it respects the emotional well-being of both partners. Sign 5. On-again, off-again dynamics. Research shows that such relationships often suffer from higher levels of negative dynamics and lower levels of satisfaction compared to more stable partnerships. Thus, being stuck in an on-again, off-again relationship can feel like being on a never-ending emotional roller coaster loop of breaking up and making up. According to studies, the uncertainty and repeated emotional upheavals associated with on-again, off-again cycles can lead to increased anxiety and depression among partners because these cycles continue due to loneliness or a fear of being alone, rather than genuine compatibility or love. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to think about a permanent breakup. Yes, stepping away for good is tough, but it can free you from the cycle of breakups and makeups. And when you finally move on, you give yourself and your former partner the chance to learn from the past and find relationships that are more consistent, satisfying, and makes you truly happy. Sign 6. Personal sacrifice and loss of identity. Are there dreams or ambitions you've put on hold because of your relationship? Or do you find yourself not pursuing certain opportunities because they might upset the status quo with your partner? Or perhaps you've noticed that your values and beliefs are increasingly in conflict with theirs, and it's starting to affect how true you can be to yourself. Yeah, we know it's actually the hardest sacrifices in a relationship, and after some time, this sacrifice turn up into brutal feelings of preventing you from becoming the best version of yourself. For example, you have always wanted to change careers or relocate to a different place, but you're hesitant to do so because it conflicts with your partner's plans. This can eventually give rise to the sensation that you're living your life to suit the needs of someone else, rather than to the maximum extent possible. This can be one of the most telling signs that a breakup might be beneficial, and at this point, it's crucial to take a step back and evaluate about whether your relationship is enhancing your life or limiting it. If you find that your answers lean towards restriction and compromise of your core self, then it might indeed be healthier to part ways. And that brings us to the end of our discussion on the signs that a breakup might actually be good for you. Though it's not an easy decision to part ways, but if you find yourself constantly compromising and your relationship is causing you more pain than joy, then it might be beneficial to consider making a change for your own sake. Because, after all, the goal of any relationship should be mutual growth, happiness, and fulfillment. If you found this video helpful or think it might help someone you know, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching, and remember, prioritize your happiness because you deserve to lead a life filled with joy and love. See you in the next video.
Hit that subscribe button for more heart-to-heart talks. And hey, join our social media family for more vibrant stories, insights, and add a unique thread to our growing community.